50 Cent has allegedly taken matters into his own hands by avenging Lil Durk after OTF Vonnie's betrayal, reportedly having his crew ambush and beat Vonnie's father following Durk's courtroom betrayal, a move that is now sending shockwaves through OTF and the rap game at large. It's the kind of story that feels too wild to be true, but in the unforgiving world of rap beefs, betrayal, and loyalty, this is just another chapter in a saga that keeps evolving. 50 Cent, one of hip-hop's most infamous masterminds, has always been known for two things: power moves and fierce loyalty to those he respects. And over the past few years, he's made it clear in both subtle and bold ways that Lil Durk is one of those people. But things took a dark turn recently when OTF Vonnie, a longtime associate of Lil Durk and a man Durk once trusted like family, did the unthinkable. He turned on him in court. Yes, Vonnie stood before the feds and, in a move that stunned the streets, testified against Durk. And if that wasn't crazy enough, what came after would make headlines across the underground. 50 Cent allegedly stepped in to serve his own brand of justice, but not by targeting Vonnie directly. No, he went even deeper. He targeted the root of the betrayal, Vonnie's father. Let's rewind. The courtroom betrayal came after weeks of speculation, silence, and tension. OTF Vonnie had already been acting different, staying quiet when others spoke up, keeping to himself when others stood tall beside Durk. But when the court date hit and the prosecution began building its case, everyone could sense something was off. Then it happened. Vonnie gave a statement, a damning one. It placed Lil Durk closer to criminal allegations than anyone could have imagined. That alone shattered trust and sent the entire OTF crew into chaos. But here's where it all got darker. Rumors started flying that Vonnie didn't do this on his own, that his father, a man with ties both in the streets and in the legal world, was behind the scenes pulling strings. Word on the street said Vonnie's dad orchestrated the whole thing to protect his son, even if it meant throwing Durk under the bus. Vonnie reportedly avoided a decade-long sentence thanks to his cooperation, walking out almost untouched. For the streets, that was betrayal. For Durk, it was personal. 50 Cent caught wind of it. And anyone who knows 50 knows he doesn't play about betrayal, especially not when it involves someone he backs. Ever since 50 Cent embraced the Chicago drill scene and extended support to Lil Durk, he's taken on more than just the executive producer role in this drama. To him, this was real life. And so, when Vonnie crossed Durk and the truth about his father's involvement surfaced, 50 decided to act. Now, this wasn't some subtle diss on Instagram. This wasn't a cryptic tweet or a shady comment on a live stream. According to sources close to the streets, 50 sent a clear message, a physical one. His crew allegedly tracked down Vonnie's father, who thought he was safe, hidden behind legal walls and anonymous decisions. But safety is relative when 50 Cent is involved. One night, at a private spot somewhere in New York, Vonnie's dad was reportedly caught slipping. 50's men approached, and what happened next? A beatdown so brutal, it left the man hospitalized. Witnesses say he was surrounded and outnumbered. No weapons, just fist rage and a message: don't ever betray family. The act wasn't meant to kill, it was meant to send a message. And it did. Word spread fast. OTF was stunned, the streets were buzzing, and suddenly, Vonnie was nowhere to be found. Rumor has it, he's gone ghost, either in hiding or already relocated under protection, knowing full well that retaliation might not stop with his father. And what about 50? He hasn't denied it. In fact, he's been throwing around cryptic posts on social media. A post with a bloody lion in the caption, "You mess with the cub, you deal with the pride." No names, no hashtags, but everyone knew what it meant. This isn't the first time 50 has played enforcer. Long before he became a mogul, 50 was feared. He built his career off survival and vengeance. Getting shot 9 times didn't break him. It birthed a savage, and that savage never left. Even now, as he stands on stages, makes TV hits, and drops multi-million-dollar business deals, that version of 50, the street general, is never too far behind. What makes this situation different is the emotion behind it. Durk, who's been through hell and back, finally found someone in the industry who respected his grind. And when Vonnie betrayed him, it didn't just shake OTF, It angered anyone who had Durk's back, including 50 Cent. What's more disturbing is the deeper implications of Vonnie's betrayal. It wasn't just a courtroom confession. It was a complete desertion of OTF values. It was taking the easy way out, selling out your day one for a lighter sentence. And now that his own father is involved, that takes the narrative to another level entirely. Some fans argue that Durk should have seen this coming. They say Vonnie had always been questionable, that there were signs. But hindsight is always clearer. In the moment, Durk trusted his people. He built OTF like a family. And now that family is crumbling from within, other members of OTF are now split. Some are backing Durk fully, cutting ties with Vonnie and anyone associated with him. Others are scared of retaliation, scared of exposure, scared of what else might come to light. Because if Vonnie was willing to flip, who else is? And let's not forget King Von in all of this. The late rapper spirit still haunts this entire saga. Before his tragic death, King Von was the backbone of OTF street credibility. He moved differently. He spoke cautiously. And he often warned Durk about certain individuals. Individuals like Vonnie. It's chilling now to think that Von might have sensed something was off before any of this unfolded. 50 Cent's move might seem extreme to some, but in the code of the streets, it makes sense. Loyalty over everything. Betrayal doesn't go unanswered. And even if the law can't punish you, the streets can and will. The fallout from this ambush is only beginning. Legal forces may start circling again, depending on how public this beating becomes. Vonnie's father could press charges, seek protection, or even retaliate in his own way. But the damage is done. The stain on Vonnie's name can't be scrubbed clean, and the power shift in OTF is undeniable. Lil Durk now stands in the eye of a storm, betrayed by one he once called brother, avenged by one he calls OG, and surrounded by uncertainty. So what now? Durk is reportedly pulling back from certain alliances. Insiders say he's taking time to restructure OTF, vetting members more aggressively, and cutting ties with anyone even remotely connected to Vonnie. This isn't just damage control, it's survival. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. And with 50 Cent in his corner, Durk is likely to double down on control and precision. No more freebies, no more blind faith. 50, on the other hand, might not be done. His reputation is back in the streets again, loud, powerful, and respected. He's proven he's not just a businessman. He's still a lion when needed. And if anyone else thinks about crossing Durk, they've been put on notice. In the end, the story of Vonnie's betrayal, his father's involvement, and 50 Cent's revenge will go down as one of the most ruthless chapters in modern hip-hop loyalty.